Ça va vous autres? The Louisiana Creole word of the day comes from the other side of the earth. And that word is disik. Disik comes from the sucre, and the sucre, or sucre in French, comes from sucarum, and sucarum in Latin comes from sucar in Arabic. And then it goes to other languages that I won't bother trying to pronounce. But what that word actually is sugar. Even our English word, sugar, is a variation of this pronunciation. But why am I bringing this up? Sugar is sugar, right? Actually, not quite. So the first concept of sugar, the word in the Sanskrit, if I'm pronouncing it right, was birthed out of grit or gravel. So the word sugar in their language comes from this type of grit or this type of gravel. So for us, through their eyes, we would call sugar like, oh, you want some gravel? You want some grit? Right? Something like that. Or you want some sweet gravel? Something like that. That's how the first people who were introduced to sugar that we have recorded perceive this word. Now that's a bit different than we would perceive it in Louisiana, or than we would perceive it in the United States. When we think sugar, we might think sugar cane. When we think sugar, we might think sugary cereal or sugary snacks. Sugar is a bad thing. So our concept is not exactly the same as the original people who coined the word. The pronunciation is not so different. So this is just an example of how languages change. The concept of a word, this single word, one single word, can actually change over time. And the meaning can vary depending on the culture, depending on the society. So I thought it was a good example. Now, y'all be easy, and remember, learning Louisiana Creole does not just connect you to Louisiana, but it connects you to the Creole-speaking world as a whole. Shalom.